So child's pose is considered to be a resting pose, but if your hips are really tight, for some people this pose isn't restful at all. So I'm going to show you first how to get into the standard form of the pose, and then we'll work on some modifications that you can take if child's pose isn't so comfortable for you. Okay, so coming to about the middle of the mat, you have two options here with your knees. You can either take them wide or bring them together. So typically the full pose is with the knees together, but for some people this isn't comfortable. So you can go with the knees wide, big toes touch, sit the hips back towards the heels, and then start to walk your hands forward. And you'll want to relax the forehead down to the mat, keep sinking the hips down, and stretch your back out long. So this is one version of the pose. Another pose that you can take is to stretch your arms back behind you with the palms facing up. And this is more of an embryo pose. And you feel this this curve in your back. It's called the primal curve and the primary curve. And this is why it's called embryo pose. So we just kind of gently round the back, let everything relax. Now, if this isn't relaxing for you, which it isn't for a lot of people, if your forehead doesn't touch the mat, you can always take a blanket and then bring your head down onto a blanket like this. If your hips are popped up in the air and you can't get them down, you can also use a blanket or a bolster in between your heels and your hips. So if you're propped up like this and then you find that your forehead doesn't touch the mat, you can either have your blanket here or grab a block in front of you, basically just bringing the floor up to you so that you can relax in the pose. So hopefully there's at least one version of the pose that works for you and feels good so that you can rest down, relax, get a nice stretch in your chest and in the hips. And that is child's pose.